What's up, everybody? Drew, aka Catching Rockets here. Hopefully, you guys had a good day. Not the best day for trading, especially if you're not trading futures. I did all right. Went live at the market open. Um, I was trading NQ, which is pretty much my norm. Called top and bottom, bottom to top, more times than I can probably even mention. And did all right on the day, but wasn't a super fun day to trade for me, at least. Um, I was just looking at Tesla here really quick. It's doing exactly what we kind of expected. We had talked about this yesterday. We break uh, out of this box to the top. We're going to 365. Break below, we were going to 338 or like 339, right around there. Um, but people should have been getting in leaps. I don't remember where we called it out, but yeah, should have been leaps a while ago. But if you missed that, you could have caught this today. Wasn't bad. Um, let's look at SPY really quick. I haven't really looked at it too much. Kind of when I saw that we had gapped up and are making like new all-time highs. I don't remember exactly when I looked at SPY. Probably right around here on this candle, and I was like, "Oh, this is an ugly day." Futures just move so much better. Anyways, and just an FYI, I didn't mention this yesterday, but I looked through a bunch of tickers. I didn't find any option trades yesterday. Same thing today. I looked through a bunch of tickers. I didn't find anything I particularly loved, so I'm just gonna chart SPY. Hopefully, this chopping sideways crap ends soon. I mean, like, it's slow grind up basically like every day, but um, the last few days have been kind of just sideways, slow grind up. Not really fun to trade at all. And then I should mention I was kicking myself this morning. Um, I'll show you guys why, but I was watching ES. When was it? Here. Right here, actually. um, yeah, this one. I saw this retest of the single prints. And when I say retest, on ES, I have like a 1 point range above and below levels. So this is 75 cents above the level. This was the retest. I actually had my trading software open when this happened. And I was really close to hitting or grabbing longs. But then I was like, we're kind of at all-time highs. And I could technically play this from whatever 69 up to whatever this is, 74-ish, and catch like 5 points. But I was over like getting 5 points. And then when I had noticed it, I drew the fibs, from like the run up the day before. And I was like, this would be a good spot to close. And then, anyway, I didn't pull the trigger. And so then, actually, that's not what I was looking at. Whoa, what did I just move? Oh, I think it was on 30 minutes. Anyway, it's irrelevant. Um, if I had traded it, it would have been a really good run up. I think like 14 points or something like that on ES, which is pretty nice. Oliver, you're hilarious, bro. Um, Jack, with the market only goes up. What's up, Alan? I think I said hi to you already. What's up, Slickamus? Oh, that sucks, Alan. Yeah, I'm still laughing at you, Oliver. You're funny. Anyway, yeah, I was a little bit disappointed with myself for not taking the trade, but then again, at the end of the day, it also just didn't kind of align with how I trade, and so that's why I didn't take it. But it sucks, like to notice a move, be disciplined, whatever, and then of course it works out, and you're like, ugh, I shouldn't have been disciplined. But yeah, I should have been disciplined. It's way better. Um, that said, there's not too much to look at. This is just unreal. Wow, we actually got some volume today. I guess this is after Powell spoke. Dude, they need a healthy pullback so badly. It's a capital B profile. It's pretty ugly though. This is our profile right now. I don't even know how I forgot to mention this. I posted this, like I posted on my YouTube, but uh our family friend Brogan, that's the UFC fighter Brogan Walker, if anybody knows her, good people. Um she's a really good person with a big heart, very loving, very kind person. Um she's the one that was going to drop off the gifts and everything to the kids. And she told me this morning that she was going to go drop them off today. So I like quickly ran to the store and picked up 6 gift cards for $100, Visa gift cards. Um, that way, those kids can go out and pick something for their own. Um, and it was kind of like touching. Um, there's technically, I don't want to say technically 5 children. There's 5 younger children, and now there's an 18-year-old sister who's probably the 18-year-old sister is trying to take on the responsibility of like being the parent or whatever at this point. And I noticed that the 18-year-old only turned in a list of like gifts and whatever else for her 5 siblings, right? She didn't ask for anything for herself. And I'm like, no, 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 we're not going to let that slide. Um, so I made sure to get 6 gift cards. That way she gets one as well as her 5 siblings. And when Brogan noticed that I bought 6 gift cards, she kind of teared up a little bit because she also noticed that the oldest sibling didn't ask for anything, probably, being more concerned about her brothers and sisters, making sure that they get stuff. Um, so she was really grateful that I recognized that there was 6 of them and not just 5. And I shouted you guys out to her. I was like, hey, like I couldn't have done this without my followers on YouTube. And but anyway, I just wanted to give a big thanks to all of you that contributed. And even if you didn't contribute, but like in your heart you wanted to, but just couldn't financially, big thank you to you guys as well. Um, I really hope it puts a smile on their face. And I also told Brogan, um, like um, again, I don't know very much. I just know the mom died in a car accident, and it sounds like dad's not in the picture or whatever. But I told Brogan, the 18-year-old girl's trying to step up and be mom and keep all the kids together. And it looks like right now they're getting a lot of support from like the community, which is good. But I told Brogan, hey, if she's getting like a payout from insurance or whatever, especially if it's something significant, like I would be happy to teach her how to invest it, dividend stocks, whatever, to create generational wealth so that she can just live off of the interest and not touch the actual principal of the money that she gets. And then hopefully that way she could keep all the kids together and not have them end up in separate homes and stuff. So I told Brogan to feel free to give her my number, and that I would be happy to sit down with her and teach her and um, try to help her with investing that money for the best of their family. So hopefully that all works out. But again, just a huge thank you to all of you guys. Like, I really couldn't have done it without you, and it was such a good feeling to help them all out. So again, just much thanks to everybody. Let's look at TPOs really quick. These levels, the previous day value high and this spike are basically the same level. Um, whoa. Yeah, that's annoying. If I were you guys, I would just combine the two. I'm pretty sure it is the same level. It's going to be the spike is at 607 and 91 cents. And I don't even know that this is too relevant, but this is our spike base here. What are they doing? Selling off. Okay, cool. Um, I think some people like spikes. I don't really like them very much, honestly. I prefer single prints. It's so much clearer what to do. Um, yeah, I'm gonna cover it in a second. Triple G. Yeah, I think I hope they do as well, Alan. I think they will. Um, it's just I don't know. When I think about what they're going through, it's like, what gift is gonna make you feel any better? But then when you really think about it, like having a community come together like that, um, and showing love, and like it's got to touch you to some extent, I guess. So yeah, there's all that. Oh, sorry, I just completely lost my train of thought. Okay. Hey, what's up, Brian? Thank you. I'm okay. I'm feeling pretty like run down and tired. Um, My hair is just being held by my headphones. It's not cut. You guys are used to seeing me with a hat on, specifically because my hair is always messy. Um, what was I gonna say? I don't even remember anymore. Sorry, I'm gaining my thought process here really quick. Um, I don't like this at all. Um, Sorry, I am actually thinking, guys. I'm not just sitting here looking stupid. Uh, excuse me. I would be surprised to see them get through this. Basically, is where my headspace is. Um, I think that's your range for calls, preferably previous day value area high or previous day value area low. I'd be kind of surprised to see them hit the single prints. Let me see something. It'll be interesting to see what happens with futures, but I wouldn't be terribly surprised to see them bounce it right here, which is basically the same thing that we're looking at on SPY right now. Um, what's up, Emmanuel? Actually, since you mentioned that, um, let's just talk on that really quick, okay? I kind of talked about this. I think it was Keenan's Discord the other day. I remember when I was a newer trader, and I would watch people, that I looked up to, teaching or whatever, talking about trading, and they would just use terminology I didn't even understand, right? And what I would try to do is everything they talked about that I didn't understand, I would try to Google it, um, and figure out what it was that they were talking about. And actually, this might even be funny for some people. Like, I used to hear the terminology FinTwit all the time, and I couldn't wrap my head around what that was. I thought it was some website, right? And so I kept like Googling like what's FinTwit, how do you get to FinTwit, and then I don't remember like exactly at what point in time I had this like epiphany, and I was like, oh, financial Twitter, duh. So they were literally just referring to people talking about whatever trading finances on Twitter, and I thought it was some website like that I needed to find where people were talking about trading. Um, so Emmanuel, I can relate to what you're saying, and you're basically joining a YouTube channel that's pretty advanced as far as talking about trading, and so a lot of what we do talk about is going to be over your head. Um, but you're in the right place. It's just, you've got to put in the work and learn and start to be able to understand the terminology and what we're talking about and so on and so forth. Um, yeah. And then Emmanuel, your question about what I recommend for trading platform is so vague, it's impossible for me to answer that. I trade futures. It depends what you're talking about trading. It depends what device you're using for trading. There's so many variables that you're not mentioning that there's no way for me to answer your question without talking about every like platform based on device or options, futures, etc. Like there's just way too much. Um, yeah. Hang on one second, guys. I want to reply to this really quick. And actually, I should show you guys this as well, really quick. I just mentioned this in Keenan's. I mentioned it in Keenan's today, but this is a good place. I don't know what I want to choose. I guess maybe 1 week. Um, PFE is in a good spot to buy shares. Basically broke from here, went up to 62-ish, came all the way back down to 25 and a quarter, give or take, $25.30, and now we're retesting it. So yeah. I picked up more shares today on PFE, just an FYI. ES convert to SPY numbers. Good luck with that. I don't try to do that math. I'm good. Like either trade ES or trade SPY. You can trade SPY off of ES's chart. You could also trade ES off of SPY's chart, I guess. But most people, if they're going to do that, they'll trade SPY using ES's chart and not the other way around. Futives, yeah, I have TPO videos. Actually, just not even hard to find. If you go to my channel, where is it? There we go. Videos. And I mean, they're right here. SIGs, TPO, TPO. Yeah. Right here.
But when the
I'll post the link to this one. Single port prints. Yeah, that's the single prints is where you literally just don't ask questions. Like when price gets to it, you just grab calls or grab puts based on wherever it is. So like single prints at the bottom, if price comes down to here, you just slap calls. Single prints at the top. When price gets up there, you just slap puts. Yeah, those are going to be your really strong support and resistance. The best way that I can explain this, and this is the way that I always kind of teach it. This is the way that I just recently taught my Game of Thrones. I don't know. YouTube kind of suggests random weird stuff. Thank you, Timothy. Appreciate that. Brian Yang, is it possible for SPY to blow past single prints and close the gap? Absolutely. Anything's possible. In trading, we're just playing probabilities. Um, Little Mind fixed range volume profile, you can do 200 or 100. It doesn't really matter. Um, 200 would be more for like your weekly um, fixed range volume profile, whereas daily you would want to use 100, or for a few days you'd want to use 100. Um, so what I was saying is like, um, in trading, we're always just trading based on probabilities. There's always a chance that prints could get blown through, and then there's always a chance that it bounces or rejects there like we kind of expect it to. Um, Oliver, the person that I'm mentoring right now, would be able to tell you what I'm about to say, and you can back test this and just see it happening over and over and over again. But if you look at this candle as a battering ram, right, and you look at this level here as a door, and basically, um, if you think of a battering ram like when the police are holding it, they hit the door and they get bounced backwards a little bit. Um, if you have like a solid steel door and you hit it, you're gonna get thrown pretty far back. Whereas if the door is weaker, you're gonna hit it and you're not gonna get thrown as far back. And like basically, if we looked at this here kind of as our door at the top and it hit and then it got hit again and hit again and hit again, basically the more and more that door gets touched with that battering ram, the weaker and weaker it's going to get, and eventually it's going to get broken and we're going to go through it, right? So with single prints, when we see price come and just barely touch the level and then bounce really hard from there, we expect the next time price comes down to here that it's going to do something similar or potentially even go higher, right? So that's basic. That's just your single prints. So anytime you have a single print that hasn't been retested, when price comes back to it, you just literally, if it's the single print at the top, you slap puts, no questions asked, and if it's single prints at the bottom, you slap calls, no questions asked. What's up, Doji? How you doing? Um, Sorry, I'm still thinking here. All right, I think I know how to address this. Basically, right now futures are pulling back. Um, if we open above this, I'll be watching for calls here. If we open below this box, um, then we're going to be watching for calls down here, but it's really kind of less likely. And I want you guys to notice that this circle encompasses this wick right here. Maybe I need to make that a little bit bigger. Okay. Um, and then this here is where you close. Oops. So I think it was Triple G that asked how you play the spikes. And basically, this is what I don't like about spikes is this was a strong level, right, where we came up and tapped it and we were rejected off of it. But with spikes on the M period, there's a chance that as the market was closing, they were trying to push this higher and higher and higher, and then the market closed. And so the next time we come back to here, there's a good chance that buyers are going to step in and we're going to go higher. With that said, this is your safe area to close calls. If they break over that, I would be targeting this and then this. But this is going to be a trend day if that happens, obviously. Um, so yeah, you can, Alan. Um, I think we've talked about that as well. But basically, whenever you have a level that gets gapped through, um, the way that Shorty teaches that is basically that level's so strong that they're not able to break it during regular trading hours, and they have to do it in the overnight session when volume's low. So, yeah, anytime a level's gapped, it's worth keeping it on your charts. Anyway, I'm not really vibing with tomorrow or what I'm seeing. Um, if I zoom out and look at the daily chart, I'm like, we so desperately need like a healthy pullback. But with volume increasing today, it looks like they want to go higher. And then with the spike at the top, it looks like they want to go higher. And it's, you can't argue with, or I should say, you shouldn't try to fight what the story is that the chart's trying to tell you. But from the perspective of, like a healthy chart, we really need a pullback. Pizza I haven't looked at in forever. I mean, we're at a pretty crucial level on it, right? This is right there. Support and resistance flip. It's pretty important that they regain this. And yeah, I could still see it going there. 53. But um really, like, they need to regain this 48 whatever, 4806, 4810, give or take. And they really just can't lose this, basically. To me, like, this would invalidate if we lose this here. I don't, like, we bought here, I think. Right. So, pretty important that we reclaim this, get back above. Okay. Anyway, hopefully, yeah, no hat today. And actually, the no hat thing is just literally me being lazy. My hat's downstairs, and I didn't feel like walking down there to get it. So that's why I'm not wearing a hat. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to call it here. The plan looks pretty obvious for me. Open above this box, you want to look for calls as we approach it. Um, if we open inside the box, I don't know. It can make things tricky because like if we break above it, you could grab calls, but then you don't have very much room. Um, Open below it, then you can play it up to here. Basically, this would be the move if we can get it, you know. If not, we're just kind of looking for from here to here. So, not much. I have a couple DMs, so I'm going to look at those really quick and wait and see if you guys have any other questions before I call it a day here. Well, I'm sitting here bored waiting to see if you guys have any questions. I'll just talk about what I'm doing. Um, this morning I woke up, I made pizza dough, or I should say, I made dough. I haven't formed it into a pizza shape yet because I'm not ready to cook it yet, but I did that. And then I made homemade pizza sauce from scratch. And I made homemade mozzarella from scratch. And I'm going to go make homemade pizza. Gerardo, well, welcome, first of all. How long have I been investing? Investing or day trading? Two different things. Investing for a very long time. I don't know, 20 some odd years. Um, Actually, more like 30 some odd years. And day trading right around 4 years now. Yeah, Brian, there's no reason for Intel to be invalidated. Intel is going to absolutely get sent. Yeah. I don't, there's nothing for me to look at on NVIDIA. I looked at NVIDIA. Um, Stop loss. Always look left. I don't really like to share stuff like this just because I don't want to be accused of trying to manipulate the market. But, like if I'm taking calls here, my eyes kind of immediately go to right there. Um, Meaning that I would want my stop loss to be below this. Um, Preferably, I would like for it to be below this wick here, but I don't think I can get a minimum of one risk to reward um, on that trade, putting my stop loss down here. And so what I would do is you draw your long position, entry there, stop loss, preferably just a little bit below these candles here, take profit here. Um, and basically, I would have to put my stop loss right about there to be able to take this trade. Me personally, I would stretch this a little bit. Just me. I would still take this. It's close enough. 1.84. And basically the reason being is like if they're trying to stop me out, they're going to come down to right around here and then go. So um, that would be the obvious place for market makers to bring this if they're trying to stop it out. Oh, Ike, I'm not the one to ask for TPO settings. I posted the this is Shorty's video on TPO. He talks about all of it there, settings and whatever else. The reason I say that, I just use the default settings for TPO and it works for me. Shorty likes to use smaller block sizes. But yeah. You're funny, Oliver. I thought you bought the premium. Here, I need to give my mentee the TPO settings because he's a noob apparently. Let's see. This, Oliver, is your single prints. This is going to be your spike. $102.25. Okay, cool. And then spike base. Okay. All right. Favorite toppings on pizza? I'm like very boring. I like cheese. I like cheese pizza. Like just straight up plain cheese pizza. Or another one I like is just margarita pizza, which is what I'm making tonight. You know, just mozzarella cheese, a little bit of olive oil, and fresh basil. Oh, and then balsamic glaze. Yeah. So that's me. Um, so it doesn't look like anybody has any questions. Um, hopefully this works out tomorrow. I would really prefer this if they give it to us. And then I'll just kind of show you guys. Looking left, you guys should be able to see where my cursor is. Kind of like the body of those candles here. So I'm a little bit off. Something like this. Take profit here. Almost getting 3-to-1 risk to reward. Okay. Apple, dude, they just got news. They're going to rock it, right? Their dividend, their last dividend was 75 cents, and today it was $1. So, no worries, Ike. Have a good night. Yeah, so since there's no questions, I'm going to dip out. Just again, I want to say thank you to everybody. I really appreciate the love and the support for the kids and all the people that reached out and donated money. Absolutely huge. So cool that we were able to get together so much money for them, and I hope it helps brighten up things a little bit, at least for them, puts a smile on their face. And then with that said, spike base is just going to be the L period. So this is your L period, and as you can see, it's the high of that candle, and then the spike is from the high of the L to the high of the M. So with that said, kind of forgot where I was, but anyway, just a massive thank you to everybody. And for anybody, that subscribed to the channel, I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. I appreciate everybody that chats with me every day. And bigger thanks to the friends of the stream. Much love. Thank you guys. And then anybody that's new, if you're not subscribed, I would appreciate a sub. We do a lot of education on the channel, mostly on the weekends. On Sunday, we do classes on education, teach people how to trade. Basically just daily, I try to go over SPY, chart it live. Hopefully that way people can learn from it. And then also, I try to find option trades. I didn't find anything worth looking at today. So, I didn't share any option trades today, but if you are new, I would appreciate a sub. Help us get out and help more people. So anyway, much love, much respect, everybody. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow. All right. Peace out.